What's going on, folks? Welcome back to Michigan Great Outdoors. Today we have for you the vertical drifter tree stand. I've been wanting to get my hands on one of these for a while, see what they're all about. Let's get stuck in. All right, so here it is, the vertical tree stand. This is the drifter model. This is the smaller version. They have two stands. They have an overland and a drifter. And, you know, let's be real clear about this. In their marketing and everything they've done, they have been very specific. These are not mobile setups. The overland is a pretty big stand. The drifter's smaller, and in their advertising, they say, well, you can use that stand to make a quick move on a buck if needed. So the drifter is a little bit more mobile than the overland, but you know, this is a 17-pound stand, according to my scale. I had it at 17.2. This is definitely something, you know, it's not as bad as it used to be with the old steel stands. You know, I've been tree stand hunting for 20 plus years, and I used to have some 30-pound stands. So this is much lighter than that, but I just want to be very clear that this is not, in my opinion, a mobile setup. I wanted to check it out. It's very interesting. They came on the scene back in July. They're 100% made in the USA, somewhere in the Midwest. Now, I thought it was Iowa, but when it actually shipped, I looked at the shipping label and it said Illinois. It was kind of interesting, the company that it actually shipped from, and I have the invoice here. It said it came from R.A. Horror Incorporated. Horror, I know I'm saying that wrong. And it came from Edwards, Illinois. And it was hprworld.com. I looked that website up and nothing came up. But anyway, vertical tree stands. They are considering themselves, they're saying that they are the Cadillac of tree stands. And having this thing now for, I've had it for 2 or 3 weeks. This thing is a freaking Cadillac. It is a beast. And I mean that in a good and negative way. So we have to think about this stand and how we are going to use it. This stand is really being marketed by two juggernauts in the YouTube realm, Seek One and Chris B. So I'm guessing Vertical, they either know them personally or they reached out to them very quickly in their company and said, hey, here's some free stuff, promote our stands, whatever. I don't know, but that's just kind of my guess. So they got a lot of hype initially. I remember looking at all the forums and people were just excited, you know, another tree stand company. Everybody was just pumped to see what they were going to come out with. And a lot of the mobile guys were just like, wow, they're too heavy, this is crazy. But they're not advertising towards the mobile guys. They're advertising for guys that have leases in Iowa, or maybe you got property in Illinois, you got this giant farm, and you want preset stands that you're going to be able to sit in all day. That's what this stand really is. And I think people need to get in their head that that is what they're going for here. There's an argument that you could get a Millennium, it's cheaper, it's got the same comfortable seat. Well, Millennium's made in China, and we know how that's going right now. We don't have the best relationship with China, and I have a feeling it's going to get worse in the next 4 or 5 years. I'm always going to applaud an American-made company. This is the Drifter. It's in pine. The dimensions on this platform here is 22.25 by 31.25, and they're saying there's 13 inches in the back here by your feet, and then seat dimensions are 16.25 by 14.1. The strap length, 79.5, so that's a little bit longer than the normal straps that come with most tree stands. So that's kind of a nice thing. I wish all the companies would do that. And then their advertised weight is 16.9. I had it at 17.2, and it's got a 300-pound rating. A little bit heavier than advertised, not that big of a deal. The biggest thing that when I look at this is it's got a lot of features that we know and we love when we look at tree stands. Obviously the seat, eye catcher, very comfortable seat. I've sat in this seat for 20-30 minutes, had a couple beers. This seat is incredibly comfortable. I love it. I hate the color. I wish it was lighter. Some people say, well, you're in a tree, you know, the clouds, it won't matter. I wish it was a different color. I wish it was either a camo or maybe a pine or just something a little bit more neutral. Now, if you were in a swamp or something like that, you might be able to get away with it because of the clouds or whatnot. It's got a really nice tree bracket that's welded here all the way around the post. So it looks like they actually slide it on and weld it all the way around. And the welds look superb. So whoever welded this, they did a really nice job. There's a leveling bolt here. Looks like a 1/2-inch bolt. It's massive. But there's a leveling bolt here, and there's also a reinforced pad on this aluminum seat, which is a really, really good design, really good feature. It's got a metal Versa button here, a top and bottom. The stand came with 2 straps, so it came with a top and a bottom strap. They have tags on them that say vertical. The platform is massive, and I say that in a good and a bad way, because this company seems to really be advocating that they're trying to promote comfortable stands, safe stands. So I'm guessing the safety aspect is having a bigger platform. It makes certain people feel more comfortable, kids, females, maybe even males that don't hunt that much, older people. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. It comes with some weight. You know, the bigger your platform is, the more the stand is going to weigh. Looking at the actual layout of the platform, it looks really nice. It looks like they put some curve features in here to maybe reinforce the strength. There is cast aluminum traction built in here. So this is a cast platform made from T6 aluminum. The really cool thing is they put the V in here. I really like that. That's a nice touch. The vertical right there in the middle. And they have pockets on each corner for what they call the AIS system. And that's a system where you can put attachments on here. They have footrests, and they have bow holders that you can put in here. Supposedly they're going to be coming out with more accessories, like even a gun rest. And that's really cool. I like that feature a lot. I think they did a really good job with this. You can adjust the platform up and down. I got it locked in right now, but we got what, 1, 2, 3, 4 levels of adjustment. So you can change your pitch of your platform if needed. Again, a really nice feature. I think that's mandatory in my opinion. The tree bracket is very aggressive. It's got some nice teeth on it, and this thing does bite in pretty good. Now, I didn't tow hook this tree stand. If you see a lot of my other videos, a lot of the stands designed by Andre DeQuisto, they're designed to be tow hooked. I didn't tow hook this one, but I did do where you lift the platform up, push down as hard as you can, and then cam it down. Now, I did that with this strap loose. You don't ever want to do that with this strap tight, because you could actually bend or damage your post. So you get inside, giant platform, really comfortable seat, tons of foot room, more foot room than you'd ever need. The seat is very adjustable, so again, very comfortable. You know, I'm a bigger guy and my butt fits on here perfect. You know, it's like I said, I've sat in this stand in my barn for 20-30 minutes just having a couple beers, and it really is a nice, comfortable stand. It does have flex here in the platform. Some guys don't care about flex, some guys do. I weigh 260 pounds, and this thing does flex a lot. And, you know, that's going to happen. When the stand is so big, you're going to have more flex here at the end. And to be honest with you, I'm kind of surprised it flexes as much as it does, just because that material is pretty thick. This is a pretty thick casting that they made this out of. All in all, I think this is a nice stand. It comes in at $320. You know, you have to decide. Are the features for the AIS, the footrest that you can get, is that important to you? Do you want a integrated bowl holder, maybe a gun rest they're coming out with one day? I tried to buy the accessories, but when I bought this stand, the accessories were sold out on the website. You really kind of have to decide for yourself. You know, what are you looking for in a tree stand? Do you have a big farm in Iowa and you want to have a preset stand? They do have bundles where you can actually buy, I think, a kit of 3 stands and get a discounted rate. So if you're somebody or an outfitter and you want to have, you know, something that's big, that's safe, that is going to please the masses, and it's all going to be preset, then I think that this is actually a pretty good option. Tons of room up here. I really like that it's wide in the back. That is really good for me, because I like to stand sideways a lot when I'm hunting if possible, especially if I have shots this way. So tons of room. Again, the seat is incredibly comfortable. I can't imagine a more comfortable seat. You know, I have tried some of the Millennium stands and they have great seats as well, but this is made in the US, so I give it a nod for that. So again, I think it's a cool stand. It's not really for me, it's kind of big. I think if I had a bunch of property, I might want something like this, but I think I'll probably end up selling it, or just, you know, moving on from it. And yeah, give them a try. You know, if you want something made in the US, if you want something big, bulky, heavy, that's going to be comfortable, you know, all day sits, That's what this is really designed for. Again, I wish they would change the color of this, and maybe they'll watch this video and they'll get some feedback. But overall, I think they did a pretty good job. It's a big, heavy-duty stand, and it's not a mobile hunting stand. If you want a mobile hunt, there's way better options. But if you need something that's going to get the job done, you're going to sit in a tree all day, maybe on private land somewhere, I think you should check one of these out. I'd like to see them have some sales. I haven't ever noticed a sale yet, but it'd be cool to see some go on sale. You know, they have some sticks that they sell as well. I haven't, you know, had any desire to really buy those because I have so many other sticks, but, you know, I definitely think it's worth checking out. Like I said, not a mobile stand, more of a permanent set. Hopefully this video is helpful. If you like it, comment down below, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.